My biggest success in the European Parliament is the Roma strategy. I was working for it as a civil rights activist for 15 years, then as a politician from 2014, and it happened in 2011 under the Hungarian presidency when the European Council endorsed the European Roma strategy. In Hungary, 1 year ago, the most serious problem was we didn't have a lot of jobs and we didn't have good housing conditions. It has greatly changed because the Hungarian government has started to subsidize the big families. So 10 million forint, more than a small house in a village place, you get for free. So many of the Roma has changed their houses in Hungary for houses with gardens. So a lot of small agricultural projects has started, so this one is not so big problem anymore. The other one that I was talking about is there are very few jobs. Now our biggest challenge is to keep our children in the best education. In my party, yes, they support me, but I have to get the support of even the far right in the parliament if I want to get a report supported by almost 100% of the 756 MEPs. So they made sure all the time that they supported me, and that's why now they made me into the Vice President of the European Parliament, because they wanted to get the Roma voice heard even more. So it's a good position to be in their group, much better than to belong to any weaker parties which are not so strong to put it on the agenda. Because, for example, the Roma strategy could have happened because EPP was very hardly pushing because of the economic argument behind the Roma issue, you know, that it's 5 times cheaper to integrate Roma than not to integrate Roma, and also because many of the member states are in need of the good working force. So all the groups can be persuaded with one or other ideas, and my job is to make them like each other and make a coalition for the Roma. So it's so many people support it in the parliament that the commission dares to put it in front, the document in front of the council, in front of the prime ministers. When I came in first, there was a Bulgarian guy who straight away attacked me, but it was funny because suddenly people got to know me in the parliament, so it was a sort of even bad, but in a way a good coincidence, because people started to know me. People started to realize in the parliament that they have to stand next to me openly. They cannot only support me from the back, you know, or quietly, but because there are openly racist MEPs also, they have to be openly pro-Roma. So it created a group of a lot of pro-Roma MEPs. Many Roma MEPs came up to me saying that they are Roma. This is how I learned that there are much more Roma MEPs in the European Parliament than myself. And now I'm working with these groups and I'm working with these MEPs. So sometimes in the bad things, there are good things also. And not only as a Roma, you feel yourself discriminated, also as a woman, also as a young person, also as an Eastern European. But who doesn't have this sort of boxes, you know? I mean, I can see that other people are having other boxes put on them, that they are also fighting. But here in the parliament I can say that it took a lot of time to educate our colleagues as well, and it has changed a lot.